Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Winter Cup. My name's Fish, as always. I'm joined by the ever-excellent Jack, and we are here with a weekend of the good stuff.
Hello,
what
I'm
you all
looking
want.
forward to some amazing games this weekend. 7 rounds today, and
Yeah.
I think 5 rounds, is it tomorrow?
Yeah, exactly that.
Action-packed.
So, let's give you a breakdown of the day, because obviously there will be a lot of gaps in between rounds where we find out who the opponents are, etc. So we do have an amazing round one. Steve D of YYT versus our local hero Paul McEvoy of the Cymru Cactuars. That's going to be an interesting one.
Should be very, very interesting. Two probably varying deck types as well.
Yeah, exactly that.
Straight into each other.
So all X and 2s will make it through to Top Cut this weekend. So do keep... Well, we try and keep you apprised of that.
Yeah, where everybody is, if possible, and any key names where they're at.
Yeah, exactly. At the same time, guys, thank you for joining us. Do give us a share, like, and subscribe. And if you're joining us from wherever in the world, let us know. We do like to find out where we're all tuning in from.
Yeah, and feel free to just comment during the day. Like interacting with you all.
Yeah, exactly. That's our favourite part. Now, we are expecting a extended break around 12, potentially 1 o'clock, depending on how quickly the first 3 rounds go. It is best of 1, and then top cut is best of 3.
First round of top cut is best of 1, and then the rest of the rounds are best of 3. And because it's all X2s go through, I believe it will probably be around...
Oh, it's changed now, is it? Oh, okay. So, no, we've had a slight change. It's still a Cymru Cactuar being Paul against our YYT member, but it's against James Duff.
James Duff, okay.
So, bear with me. You carry on parrying while I find out why he's playing.
But yes, top cut tomorrow. First round will be best of 1, and then the remaining rounds will all be best of 3. And then firing off alongside that, which we may be able to capture a game or so, is we've got there's pods firing off. There's also a side event that's standard and a side event that's commons only, which is demoed here again. It was a major event here last year.
Yeah,
people really enjoyed, so it's come back again.
Exactly that. So they are just doing the announcements now. You might be able to hear them in the background. So just as an update, round 1 will actually be James Duff playing what looks to be a Warriors of Light list. So that's an interesting one. So yeah,
so Warriors of Light into GigaWoL.
Yeah,
should be an interesting matchup here.
Yeah, exactly. Paul is very adept with his GigaWoL list. He's taken it to a lot of wins over the last year. Yeah,
I think bar 1 and did well at Euros, or at least in what was the day 1, the Friday event?
Oh yes, the last chance. Yeah,
he came second in that with it.
Exactly that. Obviously there is a Guild Shop live this weekend as well, so people are obviously scrabbling already to see what the prizes are. I mean, more mats, more cards, what more could you want?
I mean, there's also the figurines and play arts Kais and static arts there as well, so
yeah,
really amazing things you can try and win.
Exactly that. So, long weekend ahead of us, guys. Do stay tuned because it is going to be a doozy.
I'm hoping my voice survives the weekend.
Nah. Or was it the Lord of the Rings quote? Let's hope they last the night.
Yes, let's hope they last the night. I'll be tomorrow again.
Yeah. I mean, what is typical of these events is a very lengthy pub session after the day is done. So
evening out with the lads.
We shall see who survives that. But yeah, so anything that you're looking forward to seeing this weekend?
I'm kind of just hoping to see a massive variety of decks. Obviously, we kind of have an idea of what the meta decks are at the moment, but I'd still like to see a variety, like a different set of decks per game, so we don't just constantly see like the same 3 over and over again.
Please, no mono water mirror matches. We beg of you. But guys, we will attempt. So our plan for the day is that we will just pick decks at random that we think are interesting, or at least cut opponents that are interesting for the first few rounds, and then we'll be sort of picking mid to bottom of the table just to give everyone a bit of flavour of what's in the room and try and save the top cuts for tomorrow.
Yeah, you're going to get 5 rounds of action-packed top cut tomorrow, so...
Yeah, so we don't want to oversaturate the market on that one, because that's for sure. But round 1 is not far away. We're expecting probably within the next 5 to 10 minutes we should be starting.
Hopefully.
You don't want to see our faces all day. You came to see the good stuff.
Yeah,
You came to see the cards.
You came to see all the cards.
Yeah, so in the meantime, guys, don't forget to check out all our socials at cymrucactuars.com and check out our illustrious link with Firestorm Games for all your hobbying needs, from books to paints to models to figurines and board
Keeley,
games.
at the moment, they're also stocking some Square Enix stuff.
Exactly, and we have repping our badges. I've got the monk.
White mage one, probably a bit too far out of focus. To
Yeah,
properly
it's
see
fine.
it.
But yes.
But they've got near Kingdom Hearts and Keeley Final Fantasy stuff. A lot of like the statues and then just like badges and music collections. So.
Yeah. And a big shout out to all of the judges today and tomorrow, as well as Alec and Fabian for sorting all of this out, because obviously this is an official sort of Winter Cup stream, but they let us do it on our channel, which is very nice of them.
Here, yeah, it's really good to have off.
Oh.
Yeah, just going through the queries of how to handle the day, if there's any judge calls or whatnot.
Yeah, still there. I'm just going to quickly see if anything's happening. Oh, we are up to shuffling. So, guys, we're going to flip over to the game table for round 1.
Is that why you don't have to watch us?
Yeah. So, the angle is a bit steeper than we're used to. Let's get this up on the main screen for us. That was a very loud shout of judge.
Hopefully you guys didn't hear that, but I believe you may have done.
Yeah. So, Paul... they've swapped round on us. They've done me dirty.
Luckily, there should be a switch button.
Is there a switch button? Let's Control Z that. And switch. Well, didn't quite work. So, let me get that updated.
Yeah, Paul on the left, not playing Warriors of Light, but playing GigaWoL, and Warriors of Light on the right.
Yeah. I've just realised it's because the camera is the other side of the table. That's what threw me off.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
So we need to always put it in reverse.
Yeah. Why is that not dated? James
yeah,
D.
I'm not sure who's on the play here. What's with the Cactuars at the top?
Oh, that's because we're the Cymru Cactuars.
Cactuars, okay.
Let's just hope they don't go missing like they did with the...
So turn 1 plays a Dane into a Lunif, and then Paul McEvoy going straight in on the GigaWoL.
Yeah, big boy coming down. Let's see what he hits off the top.
I think... Can't quite see what's in their hands, so we're just going to have to do a play-by-play on exactly what they play.
Yeah, no streamer lean will help us today.
Not the best hits from Paul there. Just a Mog and a Uke.
But, again, being against a Warriors of Light list, having that Mog out...
So a flip for a WoW S effect off of the Uke and a draw off of the Mog. I suppose it is a search stop, which could be quite good into a Warriors of Light deck. There's a lot of search there.
There is a lot of search that this deck does. So, James D now...
And there is an S effect in hand ready to go. So
yeah, it looks like we've also got I think I saw a Gilgamesh FFBE then as well. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Must have been the card that was capped. So what's James going to play here? We've got the fire back up online. Lunif's always kind of the ones you wanted to see early because you never really grabbed it.
Oh, he's got another Zidane.
Ooh, ripping that S effect. Do you S effect in response or do you just let him take it?
Ooh.
It's got to be the Gilgamesh here, I think. It's the Gilgamesh of the wall.
Yeah, you got to.
Yep, so Gilgamesh is gone, gets the draw. And then in for Elena.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't S effect to begin with, but... he still needs to reveal that top card, though.
So now he's attacking.
Yeah.
So yeah, the S effect has been done, and then it's a Larsa. So what would you get rid of here out of the 3? I'd probably go the Zeramus. Yeah. And then gets the draw, and...
Oof, it's not a bad first hit, though. We are already on 1 backup, so I can't see Paul playing the second. But then again, I think he did just draw another one. Or was it a Larsa? I think it may have been a Larsa, actually.
The Larsa was what he... Unless he drew a second one, that was what he kept in hand.
I think he did.
Yeah, going straight in on that Zidane is always...
I mean, against GigaWoL, it's probably your best bet, because everything is 3 or more cost.
Therian, I think, is the only thing that sees play that can block it. Everything else is kind of there. But you could always Surges here to dull it down.
Oh.
Tyro in hand, I think I saw there.
Double backup, yeah. It was a Tyro and I think the 6 drop.
So Mog hitting the Ingus to damage, and then Warrior of Light hitting the King Tycoon, and that is a search for...
Why not? Oh no, they haven't added the Never Punished. Oh. Boo. Boo, organisers, boo. No, that's our fault. But still.
So what does King Tycoon get? Is it...
Elena, potentially.
Just grab the Refia.
It does get a Lena or a Refia.
I thought it was Faris.
It could be a
But
Faris.
I need
Let's
to check that.
get some cards up for you guys at home. This guy. Bam.
Faris or Lena.
What do you have to hand?
I think it was a Refia. I'll just go and check.
Yeah, please do, because we don't want any mistakes here. Now, unfortunately, guys, there is a bit of a run because the guild shop is behind us, so we have to go kind of all the way around the store. Maybe we should do a stop play shout. But Jack is at the table, just double checking. Yep, can add the Refia. Oof, that was a slight mistake by James D there, but it's okay. Rectified and caught it before we went too far. Oh, good catch by Jack there. We've gone with the Faris. Big thumbs up from James D. Good catch, my friend. Good
All
catch.
sorted there.
Yeah.
And I'm already tired.
Yeah, mate. Maybe next time we'll do a shout from the beyond the cloth. Yeah, just to save the
I was pretty
run.
sure, but it was like until I see the card, I don't.
Yeah.
don't know. So playing the Lena here with only 3 elements. It was just a draw.
Good enough though. Oh,
I
wow.
love Marquis the Phantasm.
Oh, so this is a tech from Paul McEvoy.
Only put it back in on Thursday after Thursday.
I love this card. So Marquis the Phantasm.
All of your opponent's forwards enter Dull.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the text doesn't really matter.
No, exactly. But the fact that they enter Doll is massive. Now,
it means like that warrior of like can't come in and swing, things like that. It's
and
it's
it can't
really
use its
tasty.
activated ability either.
No, because it's already Dull. Yep.
Yep. So Paul now looking at potentially a lot of damage next turn. Only the Zidane stands alone.
Yeah.
And he's got nothing to pull from Paul's hand because he has gone empty-handed.
And that Mog is ready to go anytime there's a searcher played as well.
And that's the problem. James D has 2 of those in his hand. He had the Tyro and he had the 6-drop Warrior Light
Did he add
Searcher.
off of the King Tycoon in the end, Faris?
Faris in the end, yeah.
Which you're not even at the damage to search with it.
No, exactly. But you could potentially snipe something off if we get enough Warriors of Light out there.
So you'd need to play. What would you be able to play that Refia and Faris Arc could potentially be in the deck?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we got the list here. Let's take a quick look. So we've got Arc in there at 1 off. Different types of Arc. We've got the Opus 10 Arc and the Opus 18
I think
one.
the Opus 10 one is the backup.
Yeah, of
2-drop
course.
backup
Yeah,
one.
yeah. So there is still the 1 forward in there. Une in there as well. That's an interesting one.
But it's got the Garnet and stuff. I think that was always kept in as a loot.
So there is a bit of a summons package here. So we have got... where's his summons at?
So we've got Ami, Mist Dragon,
And Kusith and
Kukulane.
Kukulane. So yeah, some good EXs, but not really anything that's going to deal with the board.
It's looking like it's the tried and true 4-color deck. With obviously there was always that like remaining 4 to 5 cards you had as options. People went with like Garnet and Une, and then other people went with similar things or other cards that are available.
Yeah. So we've gone through the LB deck. We're not quite sure on that. It looks like we're going to try and force the issue with the Mog. Whoa, now. You may not search, says Paul McEvoy.
I think you have to stop that. Paying 6 for no effect.
I mean, if I'm honest, I would have preferred to have sacrificed the Tyro there, but it may have been that he didn't have any FCP.
I don't know if there is any FCP in hand.
No. So I'm not sure if James forgot that Mog was there or not, or whether
Just
it was
trying to force it out.
Yeah, seems like a high price
there
to
is
pay.
3 backups that are worries of like now if he has a Refia in hand or Refia ready to go for next turn.
True. But
again,
the Refia enters Dull.
Yeah. We both clocked that.
Marquis the Phantasm.
I tried testing that card so much with like the Gentiana as well. Where
I love that.
They all don't
Yeah.
have abilities when they're Dull.
Yeah,
It's so much
I
fun.
had a Water Ice FFBE list at some point that included those for that very reason. It was lush. But
So no idea what Paul's drawn, but he's probably not looking at lethal this turn.
I mean, does he have anything that could just straight break the sedan like the Cloud? Maybe that's what he was looking at.
Cloud, Victoria.
Oh, we're offering the trade.
I think it's potentially worth it to get rid of the Marquis. Obviously, I don't know how many there are in the deck, but I think it's problematic for you.
If I'm honest, I probably would have attacked with the other 2 first. secure those points of damage just in case there's an EX. But no, we're not taking the trade. Great hit.
Great hit. Not that it can be played at the moment. But
No,
very,
but
very
even
good hit.
still.
And the Warrior of Light coming in. Hits
Mist Dragon's still pretty good. Actually, that's very good because obviously we need to keep the colours in the break zone.
So how many colours are currently in the break zone? There's a 4-colour WoL, a lightning card, and an ice card, yeah. So you're at 6.
We've got critical mass, folks.
So if you can S-effect with the Light Warrior of Light, that Gilgamesh is good to go. Swinging in with the Lena as well.
I mean, if you're not going to trade with a Marquis of Phantasm, you're probably not blocking here,
So
right?
is there any damage 5 triggers the deck has? I know there's damage 3 triggers.
I really don't know, to be honest. I
know there is an arc that does have a damage 5 trigger, but that's the other forward one that gets you Warriors of Light back from break, which I don't think is the ones that James is running.
I'm very shocked we didn't take the trade with the Marquis of Phantasm here.
Oh, these one EX burst out of 5 in a deck that's got probably quite a lot of EX bursts.
I mean,
you saw the same thing happen to Ben on Thursday. Like, you can stack 27 EX bursts in the deck, but if you don't hit them,
some people are just like Neil. They just dodge
dodging bullets out of the way.
Good thing we didn't have our Never Punish thing up because it didn't even need to get used. It's mental.
And then you have somebody come on with only got 1 EX burst in the deck, and they always hit it.
Well, honestly, my monks list, the amount of times I hit Tyro EX burst, it's not even funny. And I only got like 9 in it.
You need a Never Punish shirt yourself, so you can reveal it every time somebody hits the EX burst.
Never punished. Oh, funny.
So can't quite see the draw, so just gonna have to do the play-by-play on what they play.
and I think that's perfectly fine. We're in the blind spots just like the folks at home, and they want our reactions just as much as they want the players' reactions. So
Refia coming in here. So you still get the reactivation, right? So she could still do the Dole 4 to bottom deck something, but it has to be done in the main 2 or in the combat phase. You couldn't do it in your main 1 and then reactivate.
Yeah, exactly. So it does mean we're going to be...
So Refia's coming in Dole from the Marquee.
Yep. Are we going shields down? The thing is, though, is that Paul could have a Warrior of Light to protect his board, so...
And then 3 for Farah. So this is going to do 7k.
Yep, this will be enough.
So 1k to the whole board. And then 2 3k pings. So if you've got an S-effect, you're doing it now.
Yeah.
Or on the stack of the triggers.
You've
and
got
there is.
to. Yeah, you've got...
Oh, and that's 7 colours for Gilgamesh if you have one.
You had to do it then.
But that Faris does get to search as well.
But what is dangerous now is that James can reactivate.
He can't bottom deck anything.
No, he's going to have to hold it until his turn.
Ah, so it is the other 4 dark.
Ah, okay.
So that's the Opus 10 one. I thought it was the backup.
So
it's the weird one with the chocobo on it.
Yeah.
Left.
There.
So this one, at damage 3, reactivates 3 Warriors of Light. Oh no, on entry it activates 3 Job Warriors of Light. Or any X person. At damage 3, it just chooses a Job Warrior of Light of 3 or less from your breakdown and plays it to field. So this saw a lot of play 2 sets ago. Because it was just playing Pharises and Refias from breakzone. It was really annoying.
No, we are definitely taking that as our choice.
But you can't currently play it unless you've got any win CP in hand. Which I think that is the only card in
hand. That is the only card left. So Paul potentially looking at lethaling out next turn.
So
but
you're going to have 5 Warriors of Light stood up.
Yeah, so we're going to get one bottom deck.
Bottom deck 1 unless another S-effect gets drew.
Yeah, which will leave Paul with 2 cards in hand, so he still might be able to play something else.
If the nuts draw here would be a Gilgamesh and a...
They've moved our mats.
Oh, we'll fix that later.
Someone's getting a banning.
We get a bit of ban hammer.
Yeah, ban hammer! But we are activated. We cannot use the Refia effect now. We have to hold it.
So do you still swing with the Zidane here and just see what Paul's got in hand?
It means you...
It's 1 less blocker.
Yeah, and it means that even if you bottom deck something next turn...
But you do it on block declaration, right? So you block one thing and then...
Yeah.
You still trade. But obviously Lunif... Can Lunif buff in your opponent's turn?
I think so.
I know it's only main... I believe it's only main phase.
This one. Can only use his ability in your turn. No, so he cannot use that during his turn.
I was like, you can even give the Faris haste here, but it's not doing anything because of the S effect that's already gone off.
I mean, yeah, you're not killing anything additional. This is a really tough spot for James D here, but we've passed him.
Yep.
And he's got a Cymru FFBE in hand, does Paul.
He's been swearing by that card lately.
It's good. It is good. It Used to do a lot of work for Monofire.
It's not even just the replay back from deck. The fact that you could just go discard 3, deal 10k to
Exactly.
everything is nasty.
Oh, he's got a Zeramus. Can he get it out? I don't think
he's got lightning.
No.
No.
So
there's a Zeramus and a Minwu in hand. What's the other card?
don't know, but it's not a wall, and that's the important thing here.
So something is getting. But what do you bottom deck though?
Probably the Marquis of Phantasm.
But you could still force a block and put James to 6.
You've got to force the issue here, right? So.
Oh no, because there's 3 warrior light backup, so you'd still have 2 blockers.
I think if you're Paul, you need to play Cloud and break the Refia.
Yeah.
Although we do know we have the Arc in hand, but we have to take that risk.
You have to just hope that no win CP gets Drew.
Yeah. But we have to force the issue.
Mm-hmm.
He'll then probably bottom deck the. Again, it should be the Marquis of Phantasm.
That would be my guess, yeah.
But
going in with 3. Going in for 4 CP.
Paul does have to be very careful here now. His gas is starting to run out.
James can build a very big board here off of the next 1 to 2 turns.
Yeah.
That GigaWoL might not be able to answer.
Top decking is the name of the game right now.
And you don't want to see a Gilgamesh until that Refia cannot bottom deck you immediately.
Yeah, it can't be done during your turn, Paul, so no worries on the Luneth.
I can't tell what the 3rd card is. And it's really annoying me. But yeah, you can't take your foot off the gas here. You have to get rid of that Refia in one way or another.
It's not a Braska, is it?
I don't think there's a Braska in the deck.
No, I doubt it. It just looks very similar.
So you've got 2 ways of killing this Refia, right? You can either do...
is it a ward? No, it's not a ward.
You've got 2 ways of killing this Refia. You can either Victor or Cloud. Whichever way is better.
Yeah, I'm not
sure. Victor obviously gives you vulnerability of being pinged.
I really can't work out what that 3rd card is. Guys at home, if you can tell what Paul's 3rd mission card is. Oh, it's an Ifrit.
Which you cannot play, it's too expensive.
No, I think it's an Ifrit.
Because that would have done some real damage.
Yeah, no, I think it's a 7-drop Ifrit. I think we're going to have to go with Cloud here. This looks like it might just be...
This could actually be quite good. If you Cloud here, Okay, so I was going to say, if you Cloud here, and then in main 2, after they've done the response, Iron Giant the other one. But because he's discarded the Ifrit now, I don't think he'll be able to.
No.
The Iron Giant would do 7k to...
He's got 2 fire cards in hand, so he still can.
Oh, he can, okay.
Yeah. So that is not...
What was the other fire card?
The FFBE.
Oh, of course it is,
yeah. The Cymru FFBE. But we've got an Amat. Oh, that's massive from James D there.
Bigger. Okay, so that's probably... And you can still dole 4 to bottom deck something.
Yeah, this looks like it's getting away from Paul McEvoy.
I think you still have to force it here because...
Well, we're attempting to go to combat.
Yeah.
I don't...
Nobody's doing it on the stack.
The problem is, I think you could safely bottom deck the wall now. Because, obviously, we've had to...
You won't be able to play another one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think we take the block, dole the 4, bottom deck it, we're good.
I do think if you dole 4 here, though, Paul has to do Iron Giant on one of them. Because there's no Arc in hand anymore.
No, exactly. It has to be Refia.
Yeah.
Wow, we're taking the damage. Damage 6. Now this is going to force the issue for James D.
Force the blocks now.
Yeah. Problem is... Wow, we're gonna party. We're gonna do it this way instead. We're guaranteeing something. Yeah, we're finally blocking with the Zidane. Marquis of Phantasm goes away. And now we're gonna bottom deck the Lena.
Bottom deck the Lena.
Oof.
And you have to Iron Giant here, right?
No, he's passed. Oh dear.
I think that was the play to keep that Refia gone.
Yeah, you just needed that extra attack and next turn as well.
Assuming there is an Iron Giant in Paul's LB.
Well, yeah,
check.
We can because we actually have this. He does play 1 Iron Giant, so yes.
I think that might have been the play there.
And only 1 Cloud as well, so we've got no other Cloud to go with.
So what's gone? It's Cloud, Gilgamesh, and Surges, which there should be 2 Surges. 1
yeah,
Surges?
so no 2 Surges. It's just 1 Zac.
On the left.
One of everything else, basically. Massive play there from James D. Has he managed to regain control now?
I think potentially here, unless you've got some way of not having James with 4 active Warrior of Lights in his turn. I think this is probably swung back round.
So if you're James here, do you bottom deck the wall still in your turn, knowing that you're going to get a reactivation and knowing that Paul will not be able to play another one next turn?
Yes, because you're not swinging until you have a bigger board.
Exactly. So yeah, I think if James pulls that trigger now,
you want that reactivation and draw.
Yeah.
There's no downside to it.
Because otherwise, Paul can keep kind of bullying these sort of 7-drop forwards.
Forcing the block each time.
Yeah. So
and if you ever try and do the bottom deck on a turn where he's drew S effect, you just suddenly have doled 4 for no effect.
Yeah. Oh, that would be brutal. Absolutely brutal. But James playing his absolute heart out here. He is going to get rid of the break draw. Oof.
No Gilgamesh concern now.
No.
That rules that out. And a nice draw there.
And here we go now with
bottom deck.
Yep, bottom decking with the ref here. Goodbye, Warrior of Light. So, I guess it all comes down to this.
Reactivate draw.
Because, well, it doesn't matter what Paul draws now.
No, I don't think there's an out here. Clive into Ifrit would at least kill something, but I don't know if you have enough CP to do it. No, you wouldn't. You'd need 2 turns. He can at least take a few points of damage.
Yeah.
To build back up a hand.
I mean,
but you're also letting James further his board by doing that.
Yeah, and there's not exactly a lot of EXs in Paul McEvoy's deck.
I don't think there's. I think it's just the Lena's and no, not even the Lena. That's the Ford Lena.
Yeah.
The backup line I don't think it has any in anymore.
No, so Paul now looking like he's in trouble, even though he's ahead by 5 points of damage.
I think the advantage here is he just doesn't play any forward, so there won't be any reactivation draw that James can get from dulling all of the Warriors of Light.
I think if you're Paul, you can probably manage to take a couple points of damage for the next couple of turns.
You can take at least 1 turn
of
damage. You can potentially take 2, depending on how many forge James.
What's going to be devastating is if by some miracle James D pulls another
If another Zidane comes out, there's a problem. We've seen 2, so it depends on how many there are.
So it looks like there is only 2.
I think there's only 2, yeah.
Yeah, because he's put it in the individual card.
Yeah, and some of them aren't even in order.
Yeah, so Zidane. Yeah, so there is only 2 Zidanes in list.
So Leo draw.
Yep, add that extra blocker. As much as James D was on the tightrope between life and death there, he has pulled this back so well.
No attackers at all, but leaving 4 Warriors of Lights up for anything. Human, so draw a card, and it does something else, I believe.
So, one of our chatters there saying that he could have top decked the wall, made him forced to draw it. That would have probably been a good idea.
No, because you're not going to have lethal next turn. So then, after 2 turns, he would have had enough to play it. So unless you have an Ami in hand, then
yeah, it could dangerous play indeed. But then I suppose you could have taken the risk and attacked once if you're going to play a Leo, and then just force it to go break zone instead of draw it. But
true, but then you wouldn't have had enough to then tap for to do bottom deck in Paul's turn. So if then something problematic came out, like a Gilgamesh, you could have been in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, this is true.
Which there is a Gilgamesh in his hand at the moment, but it's not really doing anything.
Oh, well, we've said it.
Cryo for Ami.
Yeah, that could be the death knell now for Paul McEvoy.
So Amaterasu, the tried and true staple, but Cryo is a really nice addition to these Warrior of Lights decks. Just get a summon back or a Cat 5 forward. So a lot of play in the Bart's version. Because Bart's Keeley was Cat 5.
Yeah,
exactly. Did that loop.
Oh, that was fun. I remember that.
I pay 4 for a Cryo that gets me 1 back, and then I do it again.
Yeah. Very fun deck that was. Hard to
So you
play.
just swing in with the Leo, right? And that's
well, they can't. That's just entered.
No, Leo entered last.
No, it entered just in.
No, because Paul played the Hume.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. That was quick turn, obviously.
It was player backup pass.
Yeah. Well, we've got Faris that we can now play, but that Gilgamesh is...
it's just dead in hand.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
But yeah, I think you just slowly chip away with the Leo until you have a lethal turn and then go from there. But
yeah. Guys, let us know in the comments if or in the chat Who you thinking might take the win on this one? It's looking so far like it might be James D, who has wrestled control back away from Paul McEvoy.
Yeah, I think it's swung very much back in James's favour here. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what else can come out. There's no Zidanes to worry about, but obviously Paul might not know that. He might think that there is 3 in the deck.
Well, Leo goes swinging. That's the first hit.
So you can swing technically with one of the forwards because you've got enough.
The backups now, yeah.
You've got 4 backups at Warrior of Light.
It's interesting. I think James just being a little bit on the cautious
I think
side.
he has to be.
Yeah, because now he doesn't have the 4 walls.
Unless he's playing one.
Yeah, so he's got to be very careful.
What one could come out here?
It's not going to be an arc.
It'll be.
Oh, we're going with
Tidus.
Tidus.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There is enough.
Yeah. Going to force the backup.
So the backup goes to top of deck, right?
I believe so, yes.
The forward goes to bottom, and then you draw 2.
That is pretty devastating for Paul McEvoy now.
Are his LB cards in slaps?
They are in. Yeah, they are in top deckers.
That's quite funny. So which do you get rid of here, the Uke or the Hume? Because the Human draws you a card, the Uke flips for a fire or...
Well, you're not scared of Gilgamesh FFBE here. Fire is more likely to have haste. I would get rid of the fire backer personally.
Yes.
But
and yeah, only 2 blocker, only three blockers up, but not enough Warriors of Light. But we did get rid of the Uke here and draw 2. So what does Paul draw here? Obviously, he just redrew the Uke. And another card that I have no idea what it is.
And he did draw the... Well, he had the Gilgamesh FFBE in hand, I believe.
That's the one in the break zone there?
No, sorry, the Gilgamesh.
Oh, the Gilgamesh.
Yeah. Problem is, it won't do anything. Even though we don't have a top deck right now.
What LBs do you even have as an out for this?
Great British video gamer, yeah. He's done very well to get back into this game, surviving on 6 damage there, but it does look like he is set. And Sam Roberts with the lol.
That Gilgamesh FFB it came out at the wrong time.
And don't worry, Great British Video Gamer, this is only round 1. We have got many rounds to go. We are here all day. Well, actually, we're here all weekend.
All weekend, yeah. Both days, 2 long days.
Yeah, so for anyone that missed it, all X and 2s will make it through to the top cut, where first round will be a best of 1 and then best of 3 thereafter.
For the next 4 rounds, yeah. And I think it'll probably be about 20 people, I'm assuming.
Thereabouts.
It was about that last year. Last time, I believe.
We had 93 tickets sold, I think 92 confirmed to be playing today, because 1 did drop.
So a pretty good event.
Yeah.
Some people from Europe travelling over for this as well, and a lot of the, obviously, UK lot.
Yeah.
The majority of the Cardiff locals are here.
Sam joining us all the way from sunny Australia. Appreciate you tuning in, man.
Boy, that's going to be a time
that is a time difference.
Yeah.
I mean, we have had some excellent people joining us from all around the world. We've hit Germany, Australia, Mexico. It's been a lot of people from all over. So thank you so much for joining us.
As long as you're enjoying it, that's the main thing.
Yeah, exactly. Although I know what they're all here for. It was the Never Punish pop-up, which we don't have. Sorry, guys. Just check that out on our Thursday streams. Oof, 3.5 minutes left on this round.
I guess it's kind of... Can Paul stall it out? But
I mean...
I don't think he can.
I don't think he can. No matter what he plays, is just going to get decked right away with ref here in James D's turn. But James D, unless he can find...
a haster.
Which, I don't think he has.
Is there any more Warriors of Light he can play? Because Lunif can always give it to...
Yeah, I mean, we've seen...
Actually, is there the Warrior of Light in the LB deck? There is. So there is a anytime you want haste.
Interesting, yeah. Let's check that one out.
Because that was one that you can only play, I think, if you've got 3 Warriors of Light out. But it might say forwards, which might be the problem.
Yeah, so 3 or more job standard units or job Warrior of Lights.
But you must control 3. It is forwards.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'd need the arc out to do it, which would be game anyway.
Yeah, exactly that. Well, it would count itself, though, right?
You can't play it.
Okay, sure. That's what I guess for costing 2 and being 8k, I guess.
And then stops them all from being dealt damage. They can't be chosen by abilities, and if they're damaged by abilities, become 0. Tasty.
Okay, so we're going to kill the little Leo. Zach, enter.
But you need to... Well, this stops lethal. This stops James having lethal next turn.
Yeah, exactly. So this is probably the best play. Paul now hoping that he can maybe hit a 7-drop ball, perhaps, and that's why he's keeping all those cards in hand.
It's an Akstar could be pretty good here, but it obviously doesn't dull and freeze the ref.
Letter S for Zidane.
Yeah, that's...
This
quite
is
nasty.
probably over. What does that... Oh, the Zidane enters him.
Enters Doll.
Doll, yeah.
Effect, yeah. But you're like, there's no marquee anymore.
Yeah. It did. That marquee of Phantasm, though, could have been well, it was a game changer for a short moment there.
And draw. Obviously, this doesn't get to be revealed.
No, so goodbye, Zach. You did enough, though, Zach. You did enough.
Yes, there's only 3 points of damage coming at you now.
Now, Lawrence, thank you for joining us. Yeah, it is risky, but because we get the reactivation off the ref here, we're always going to have fire CP there with that Luna. So
that Luna being the first backup played was always a nice thing to have ready for the game.
Yeah. So hits a wall.
I think that's the last one.
Yeah,
because the other one's in hand.
Yeah, and one's been discarded, and it's been
removed from game now from the Lich Dragon. That's Zidane, just a main staple that's going to stick around for a long, long time.
Yeah. To be honest, I still like it more than the Wind one.
Gave me hope when it was printed with the job Tantalus member. I was like, oh, they're going to print Tantalus members. And then...
you think too much, sir.
5 sets later, I'm still waiting for Tantalus.
You think too much, sir. And there is the Une.
So Une adds back a summon?
He adds back a summon and bounces a backup. So
does it add back a summon on entry, or is it just bounce and then you can tap?
Bounce and tap. Did he add back a summon there?
No.
Oh, good. We're okay then.
I saw him grab 2 and I was checking, but that's obviously to remove them to make it costly.
Well, there's Faris. Are we going to get some mutually assured destruction here?
It does just keep bouncing back and forth, right? Because it'll do 1 cage everything, and then James gets 2 3k triggers, which then damages Faris twice.
But it would do it once, then the Faris goes on the trigger.
And then back, and then back, and then back, until one of them dies.
Yeah. Which will be Paul's first, and I don't think he'll kill anything with it.
No, because they would both at least get 2 triggers.
Oh, so
because they're both
player
7K.
gets to choose order, right?
I think so. So it would be Faris would do 1 cage everything.
Then he chooses
Paul
3k.
Chooses something for exactly.
And there it is.
But you still get the search. No, I think that's this game there.
Yeah. No, that would kill. Really, really well played by James D.
Yeah. It's a great game.
Absolutely monstered the comeback from 6-0 down. Well, 5-0 down to 6-1. And then take it all the way. That Amat
just took that damage, played through the aggro, and then went, cool, I'll come back now.
Yeah, that Amat a great add back. So to be honest, guys, I don't know if we're going to get enough time for an interview with James D.
Pretty much about just being called or about to be called.
So guys, we will probably leave that show there for now, and we'll be back with you in round 2. So catch you shortly.